Hey everybody, it's Mr. P. I'm here with Charlie Young. Charlie, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
I am so happy you're doing this. I'm so glad you're here. How are you doing
Thank
out
you.
there?
Oh, I'm fine.
Yeah? Hanging
Yeah.
in? I miss you.
Yep. I miss you too.
Thanks. Listen, I ask everybody the same question that I ask
Right.
you every day. What did you have for dinner tonight?
Uh, well, I didn't really have dinner because I had a bit of a headache.
Okay.
So
Are you feeling all right? I need you at your best, Charlie. I need you at
I,
your
it's not that
100% best for this interview.
it's not that bad. I just, I just didn't want to eat
Okay.
tonight for that.
Maybe
So
that's the problem. Maybe you do need to eat. You'll feel better.
yeah. But
Go
for
get a bowl of
dinner we
ice
were
cream or
supposed.
something.
Yeah. For dinner we were having chicken pot pies.
Oh, who cooked?
My dad, my
Yeah.
mom was still at work.
Does your dad usually do the cooking?
Most nights, some nights it's my mom, some nights it's my dad.
And between you and me, who's the better cook?
Mom.
Ooh, that's the right answer. You always got to say mom. Mom's always the better cook. I get
Yep.
that. Do you want to know what I had for dinner?
Yeah, what did you have?
It was amazing. It was out of this world. I had baked ziti with some fried eggplant and meatballs and like an
Ooh,
Italian roll. It was out of sight.
ooh, that sounds
Yeah, it
delicious.
was really good. Are you you feel like you're eating well since you've been home? Everybody's talking about the quarantine 15 where people just sit around and eat all day. I could tell you
Mhm.
that certainly affected me.
I don't eat all day.
Not all day, but
Yeah,
just waking hours.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. So like how have you been doing? What have you been doing all day? How are you spending your time?
Uh, well, a minute ago, I was watching a Mario show.
Okay. On TV or I don't know, is that a YouTube show or what?
Yeah, it's a TV show, but I was watching it on YouTube.
Okay.
Hmm.
Mario from like Nintendo, that Mario.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. What else? Have you been you feel like you're stuck inside or have you been able to go outside and do things?
I've been doing some outside stuff. I take walks,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. I run with my dogs.
That's nice.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice. I mean, you got to get outside, otherwise you start to go a little stir crazy, right?
Yeah.
How's school going for you?
The online school?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
I
pretty
mean,
good. It's a little different than what I'm used to though.
what we're all used to, buddy. We're in all of us are in uncharted territory. You, me, everybody.
Yeah.
Are you getting a lot of work?
Not a lot.
No. How
It's
much
only like
time? How much time would you say you do on schoolwork a day?
that depends on like how many questions or like how many yeah, it depends on how many questions there are.
Yeah.
Most nights some days it's earlier, some days it's a little later.
Do you find that you're staying in a routine? Like, do you tend to get up in the morning and get your schoolwork out of the way, or do you chip away on it over the day?
Sometimes a little bit of both.
Yeah, I hear you. Do you think you're like keeping regular hours? Are you going to bed at the same time, or are you staying up later? What?
There's sometimes where I go to bed early, like some like on weekends, when I after I'm done working 9 hours at Lowe's, I want to rest and recharge my batteries a little bit for the next day.
Yeah, I hear you. You're not still working at Lowe's now, are you?
Yeah, I am. All like home improvement stores are open.
Oh man, what do you do at Lowe's?
I did shopping carts,
Mm-hmm.
clean appliances, and starting starting yesterday, they showed me how to exchange propane tanks.
The used empty paint tanks.
Yeah.
That's cool. You better be careful out there. Are they giving you masks and gloves and stuff?
Yeah, I got a mask, and
And they show
I
you how
think,
to clean and make sure everything's taken care of?
yeah,
Oh man, good for you. Well, thanks for doing that. I mean, I hope you stay safe and healthy and all that stuff. I didn't realize that you would still be working there during this time. Are
yeah.
you glad that you have the job, or do you sort of feel like, man, everybody else, a lot of other people that I know aren't working. I wish I could stay home. Or are you glad you're working?
I am glad I'm working because, uh, well, let's be honest.
Besides the
My
money.
fam, yeah, okay, never mind then. So like, it does pay well, I guess, and at least it gives me something to do to maybe like get away from my family, be out of the house a bit,
Can I come work at Lowe's? Are they
If you
hiring?
want. They are still hiring, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I hear you. Well, maybe, you never know. I might come by and check it out. I need some mulch. I need Roundup. I need all sorts of stuff. It's spring. I got to get this backyard going.
Speaking of which, guess who I saw yesterday?
Who?
Justin.
Justin Rufino?
Yeah.
Did you really? How's he
Yep.
doing?
He's doing good. I got a picture of him
It's like
with
fifth
me.
period in the media center.
Huh?
You guys are in the media center every day, fifth period,
Yep.
you know? So go ahead. I'm sorry. You said you got a picture of
I
him.
got I got a picture of him. Maybe one of these days I'll show it to you.
Oh, I'd love to see it. Yeah. If you see him again, tell him I said hi.
All right. Yep.
Have you run into any other students or teachers since you've been home?
Uh, uh, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw Miss one of our guidance counselors. What was her name? She has blonde hair, and
Miss Driscoll?
yeah, I'm pretty
Where'd you
sure
see
I
her
saw
at?
her, but I could be mistaken.
Could have been an imposter.
Could have been.
You
I
know,
did
Miss Driscoll lives like 2 houses away from me. If I see her, I'm going to say, "Did you see Charlie Young?" And I'll see what she says. Was
I
this
also
the
saw.
was this at Lowe's too, where you saw Miss Driscoll, or you think you saw Miss Driscoll?
Yeah,
Okay, all right. Who else did you think you saw?
I definitely saw Officer Leach
Yeah. Guess
2
what? I just
weekends
saw
ago.
him yesterday. He was driving around town. He was going fishing. Did he stop
Yep,
and
I
say
see.
hi to you?
Yep.
Yeah. Where did you see
hmm
him? On one of your dog walks?
When I was getting some carts.
Oh, at Lowe's too.
hmm
It's funny. I'm sure you're gonna see a lot of people coming to Lowe's because everybody's looking to get out and kind of taking care of stuff. I know they're not supposed to do that necessarily, but I'm sure you'll see a lot of people there before this is all over, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen or talked to Mr. Capello?
Well, on Zoom, I talk. That's mostly where I see him.
Okay. Yeah. How's he doing?
Seems to be doing all right. He's as funny as ever.
I'll bet he misses you.
Yeah, he misses all of
You're
us.
like I say this before, you're like the heart and soul of the class. Has anybody told you that?
People
You're
have
the
told me
face of the
that.
class of 2020. People love you.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Why
Like,
is that? You're just
because
such a good kid. Everybody wants to give you a big hug.
it's what people say. Say, I'm the Charlie Young.
There's
Everyone.
only one of you.
Yep.
You know what my memory of Charlie Young is? I think it was this year. At a dance in the fall. It might have been the homecoming dance when they announced the homecoming court. Do you remember?
Yeah, that was
You
awesome.
were you were as happy as any student I've ever seen in Pitman High School. I never look at that smile. Megawatt, that's 100 megawatt smile, folks. He should
Yep.
be endorsing products. Look at this kid. Man, you're getting to me. I miss you right now.
I miss you too. I miss everyone.
Tell me about are you staying connected to friends? Or family?
Yeah.
Or what are you doing? Do you like text or Snapchat, or you play online video games? What?
I sometimes text people, but I I'm trying to be a little less on my phone as it uses up some of our data.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So,
hear you. you have to go to school like on a dog walking and, you know, maybe like in the parking lot or something.
Yeah.
Connect. You know? How about like as far as things that maybe aren't so good about being home? Like, is there anything that you're like, man, I don't like being home because why? What
Hmm.
would be a bad thing about being home right now? You have to do chores?
Sometimes, but the one thing I don't like about being home is dealing with my annoying younger brother.
Yeah, why is that? What does he do
Uh,
that's annoying?
he's like,
Do you share a bedroom with him?
oh, oh dear God, no.
You wouldn't be able to take it. Okay. How old's your brother? Your younger brother.
He is 16 years old.
Okay. Gotcha. That's right. Well,
And you know how some, and the thing that annoys me is, you know how some girl singers just get that high pitch singing voice? Well,
yeah.
my brother tries to do that, and it just sounds horrible.
Yeah.
He
You,
literally has
you
to
need some
tell
of
me,
these. You need a pair of headphones. Tune them out.
yeah, I will. I do. Yeah.
um, what do you miss about Pittman High School? What do you miss the most?
Uh, uh, well, I miss I miss all my friends, talking to them every day.
Yeah. Is there
Mm,
any teacher that you miss?
Mr. Capello, Miss Dove, Miss Pally's.
Yeah. You know, I'm sure they miss you too.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Pally's had knee surgery. She's recovering at her house. Did you know that?
Yeah, they told me about it. I didn't know when. I didn't know that she was home already for
I
it.
think I mean, I'm pretty sure she's home. Yeah. So if I talk to her, I'll tell her that you were asking for her. Okay. And maybe when we put this video on YouTube, those teachers will see it and you'll make their day, just like you make everybody else's day, right?
Yep.
That's great. Listen, I want to do this is a part of my little interview where I want to ask you a question. All right. I have these bowls. And in one bowl, I have all questions that are trivia related to me, Mr. P. And in the other bowl, I have all questions related to things that are happening in the news. Might have to do with like New Jersey or COVID-19 or politicians. All right,
Okay.
Mr. P, and things in the news. So if you get the question that you pick right, I'm going to let you decide whether you want to have a pizza party if we go back, or I'm going to buy you lunch, or if you have any library fines, I'm going to waive all your library fines. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. So which bowl would you like to pick from? Questions about Mr. P or questions about politics?
Then
New
let's start with
Jersey.
you first.
Me? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna do a question out of the Mr. P bowl. I'm gonna mix them up for you. Drop one. Do you mind if I pick the question?
Sure.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. So we're gonna mix and mix. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna pick this question. Okay. Good question. You know the Philly fanatic?
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
Right. That's right. Now, do I think, not do you think or do people think, do I think the Philly fanatic is overrated, underrated, or just right? Overrated, underrated, or just right? The Philly fanatic. What do you think I would say?
Maybe underrated?
Underrated. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Underrated. That is incorrect, Charlie.
Oh,
I'm sorry. The correct answer is overrated. All right. You can see that. The Philly
wait, wait.
fanatic is overrated.
Why do you think that?
I just think the guy that's like this thing, 50 years old, this fairy green thing, it's over. Dancing on
Okay,
the dugouts, strutting his stuff, popping his belly out. I'm tired of it.
okay,
And
who
by the
who
way, let me say this. Gritty, okay, Gritty comes out for the Flyers first year. Notice what happens to the Philly fanatic. He has to get an update. They got to give him new socks and stuff, right? They got to make him look all different. He's
Okay,
overrated. This
who would
four-wheeler,
you,
he's still riding around on a four-wheeler, shooting T-shirts into the stands. It's tired. I think
who
they
would
should come
you
up with something else.
who would you pick as a mascot? Who would you rather have?
For the Phillies, or just what mascot do I like? First of all,
No,
this is my
For
show.
the
I ask
Phillies.
you the questions, but I'm going to allow this. That's fine. Go ahead. What?
Phillies. Who would you have for the Phillies?
All right. I'm gonna give you the answer. You ready? That's a great question. The Phillies. This is a little trivia. Prior to the Fanatic, they had these two, like a boy and a girl called Phil and Phyllis. When we're all done this, you Google them. Phil and Phyllis, they were the mascots for the Phillies. And they were like these two they were like dressed up in like Revolutionary War costumes, I think. But I guess it didn't play well to the little kids, you know. So now they had to come up with like a Sesame Street character to sell Cracker Jacks at a baseball game. So I would
Yeah,
choose Phil and Phyllis. By the way, Phil and Phyllis are at have you ever been to Storybook Land?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's I forget what's there. It's like a statue of Phil and Phyllis down at Storybook Land. So next,
Yeah, I think I
you
saw.
good?
I think I saw that
You hanging
before.
on, Charlie? It's not. Is this getting late for you?
No,
All
no,
right, you need some Mountain Dew or something? Some Monster?
no. I
You need
wish.
a Red Bull?
Nah,
Nobody yawns on this show, Charlie.
I am not. I am totally fine.
Well, unfortunately, all of your library fines are going to count. If you have any, we'll check on that. We'll get the team looking into this after this is over. Okay? No pizza. You're in the media center. You're a media aide, so you're going to be. There's going to be a PBQ. You're going to get a hot dog. You're going to get a cheeseburger. But that's where it ends for you, buddy.
Ooh.
All right?
Nothing beats a nice cheeseburger or slided with ketchup and all that good stuff. Yep.
I hope someday you and me get to go to a Phillies game, and I'll buy you a hot dog, and we'll both yell and make fun of the Fanatic. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Anyway, all right. Well, look, before I let you go, I want to ask you. Let's fast forward to after. First of all, do you think we're going to go back to school?
I hope so.
And if we do, what would be the first thing you do when we go back to school? Like let's pretend school goes back tomorrow, and you get to walk into the lobby. Where do you go first? What do you do?
I'm gonna say, it's good to be back.
That you might be the only one saying that. I got news for you. What would be what would be like if we don't go back? Are you going to be sad?
I'll be I'm gonna be in my bed and I'm gonna be drooping all day.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
be laying flat on my bed and I'm just gonna be grumpy all day.
yeah. I know. What are you planning on doing after graduation?
Well, I know I'm probably still gonna be working at Lowe's after
Mm-hmm.
graduation.
Okay, that's good. That's something, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Listen, I was wondering if you could. This is the last question. Is there anything you'd like to say to your classmates or teachers at Pitman High School before I let you go?
Yeah.
This is your chance. Look right
Yep.
into the camera. Say anything you want within reason.
Rob, Justin, stay cool and tell all your friends that I said the same thing
Awesome.
to them.
Charlie, thanks, buddy. I love you, man. I'm going to
I
talk
love
to
you.
you soon. I hope we see each other back at school. If not, we'll see each other around town. Okay.
Yep, me too. And if we ever do this again, maybe I'll be as energetic for this next time.
No, you're good. You were perfect. Thank you so much. Okay.
Yep, you're welcome.
All
Thanks
right.
for having
You got it. See you, buddy.
me. Yep, bye.